this video I want to talk to you about the importance of the breath, which is, I think we all know that when we are born, the first thing we do is we inhale, and when we die, I think the last thing we do is exhale, I believe. But basically, everything in between happens between these two moments, which is the breath, actually. And it's something that we do all the time, continuously. Just to understand the importance of it. Even when we sleep, we don't stop breathing. We can stop eating, we can stop drinking. But if we want to create a sort of hierarchical order in terms of importance between these three elements, we can stay many days without eating. We can stay less without drinking. We can not even stay, some of us, a few minutes without breathing, right? Unless we are experienced divers, but even these highly capable, highly skilled people cannot live without it. So the importance of the breath is fundamental. For me, I think maybe when I started also to do meditative practice, at the time when I was doing maybe Buddhist practice, whatever, but it's not about that. I think when I was really starting to be more aware of myself, of my mess, I would say. I still have a mess. I remember watching people, for instance, on the tube, which is, or in the big cities, but on the tube it's easy on the metro, because people are sitting down so you can look at them. And many people were breathing, I remember, using only the upper part, very short, fast breathing rhythm, engaging the upper part of the chest here. Which, of course, that kind of breathing technique engaged the sympathetic nervous system, which is about being alert, about reacting, about things that you don't need to do when you're traveling on the metro. You could just relax. So the way actually we breathe it really influences also our mind state. And one simple thing that you can try in yourself in a stressful moment, for instance, could be maybe before an examination or before talking to somebody, and you have the nerves fully on, just giving a few breaths in the abdominal area, you will see that everything is going to slow down, because that kind of breathing activates the parasympathetic system, which is the opposite, works like a brake for the body. It's responsible for their functioning. So this to say that, as you might know already, or as you might just discovered, the way we breathe really influence the response of the body, and not only on a physical level, but also on a mental, emotional level. There are many ways of breathing, and in the energy practice, of course, it plays an important role. Also, the breath is very much linked to the energy is very much linked to the blood circulation, so the way we breathe really influences also that aspect. And depending what we want to achieve, maybe with our exercises or in daily life, we have to know how to breathe, because that is going to optimize the situation that we are in at that moment. I gave the example, for instance, of improperly using an alert kind of state in a situation which doesn't require any kind of response, because we're not performing any kind of athletic performance or anything like this, where we might need that extra push from the body. But it is important to know how we breathe, because in that way we can have a better response, a better outcome from anything that we do. There are many ways that we can breathe. There is abdominal breath, as I said before. There is chest or thorax. I don't know, I think chest will be a better translation. Breathing. There is even an higher way of breathing which engage also these bones. There is reverse breathing. There is natural breathing. There are breathing techniques where we can use apnea, so holding the breath either after the inhalation or after the exhalation, and every kind of breathing technique creates a certain response. So it's very important to understand the way we breathe according to what we're doing. And I think also there is, if I remember correctly, I don't want to say anything wrong, there is somebody or some kind of research saying that the lifespan of a person corresponds to a certain number of breaths. So the longer are the breaths, the longer you live in one sense, because you only have those cycles available to you. But take it with a pinch of salt, we say in Italy, like double check on this. But I remember once hearing about this explanation, this statement according the length of our own life. So this is now, of course, the place to explain the different kind of breathing techniques. I was actually considering at some point to do a seminar to explore different breathing techniques, also because it can really help people who suffer from anxiety, because there are certain ways of breathing that can engage, as I said, our nervous system in a different way and create a different response. So I hope that this video was interesting for you, and hopefully you will research more about this. But just to recap in one sentence, we can do fasting if you want. You can do fasting from drinking, if I can say this. You can avoid drinking for a while, but for sure breathing is something that happens all the time. And also it's also very important to enter a certain meditative state, although at a certain point even that will be released in terms of focus attention, because something else might take over that I mentioned, so to speak. But breathing is very important, and it's very important for us as energy practitioners to understand what we're actually doing.